One of the world's most important topic will be explained to the users. And here the users are human beings who are currently living or the upcoming generations. So what we are going to discuss today, what I'm going to explain, I'm going to explain about a topic which is called transformation. So what is transformation and why humans should know about this? So transformation is kind of a general topic that happens every now and then in the world, and before understanding the transformation, it is must for humans to know some kind of basics. Like basics means like why, what is all this about, like why humans born on the earth, what is the reason for the birth of the humans on the earth, where we are. And there are other topics like maybe why our lifetime is maybe 100 years or why it is so short, or what is difference between animals, humans, or humans, animals, what are our targets. Like what is our actual ask, what is our motive, what we are trying to do on the earth. So many things will be explained down the line, and I'll try to cover as much as possible so that the given basics you get a good grip. Okay, after which you will understand the upcoming transformation in 2021 we are. So the upcoming transformation nothing but the changes, a big change when we are going to get, then we say as a kind of a transformation, like okay. So yes, we are going to start our topic. Okay, just to give some very quick background, like how the changes are going to be in the near future after 2021. Ideally it's already late, it should have been done long ago, but because of some calculations it's not yet implemented yet, and these changes are going to come across the globe, in like across all the countries in the world. Okay, so how it's going to be, it's going to be something like you can make a phone call and ask anything and that will be served for you. Okay, so that's how the world is going to get change, and also everything will be process oriented, and it's just same thing like how a MNC or a multinational company runs. In the same way your life is also get completely into process oriented life. Okay, so it's everything is going to be new, especially the whole population who haven't experienced the process oriented kind of life. So yes, they are going to experience, and it is going to be new for especially people who are living in 2021. Okay, so the upcoming generations, yes, this will continue, and yeah, few more changes may come in the future in order to improve. So what is all this about, like we'll come to that. And before understanding the new, before understanding the future, future means just after 2021, before understanding just after 2021, so first we'll try to understand the whole background. The whole background is everything that you are supposed to know. Okay, it's not like telling just about the transformation, giving the knowledge of the roots also. Okay, when I say roots, it tells the most important basics, that human should be aware of when a human is born on the earth. Okay, so those basics will be covered first. So once those are covered, yes, then definitely we'll get into the actual interesting topic. Okay, for which we are supposed to for which we are here actually, which we are supposed to go through. Okay, so to start with, yeah, the very first thing I would say, like, where we are on the earth, right? So just to give some background, like earth perspective, and whatever I'm telling here, it's based on the general experience or general knowledge or whatever it is. So okay, so general experience and general knowledge. Okay, general knowledge or studying different things or X or Y or Z. Okay, so coming to the where we are, if that is a topic that comes, like where we are, that is a topic, right? So where we are, I'll give the complete picture, like where we are or how exactly the changes are happening on the earth, or why the changes are happening on the earth. So you can think of something on those lines. Okay, for that I'll explain where we are. Okay, assume like we are here on the earth. The diameter of the earth as per the book value is between the ground to ground, ideally to my knowledge, or it should be from air to air, somewhere from air to air. Okay, so if you take this space, and place the same space adjacent to earth, okay, and like that, try to have the same space occupied here, and maybe something like this. Okay, so the same space, whatever you got, like same space is occupied, and assume this is in 50th position, 49th position, first position. Like that, we have 100th position. So we are here, you know this space, the distance, the space, you know this space. Assume like 49th, 48, 47, first, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 49, 50, 51, 52, and until 100 we have. So this whole space, the whole area, this whole area is our area. I would say, like the cause of the changes on the earth. It's a bit tough, I cannot get in detail. Thank you. Well, so the first point, at least I told from my side, the area, the reason behind the changes on the earth. Okay, so why we are on the earth, why humans are born on the earth, if that is the next topic to be covered. Why you are born on the earth? There should be a reason, or who created us, that part, you know, like creator, God, what you say, right? Why we are born, why God created us? You know the answer, but let me make you answer it. Okay, you know it, let me make you answer it. Why humans are born on the earth? And what is this lifespan, like what is this 100 years lifespan, like a general human, if you say like 100 years lifespan. So why we have that? So that also let's cover. Okay, so coming to why humans are born on the earth. Okay, I won't tell the answer directly, I'll make you answer. Maybe you can think in the meantime, like why you are born on the earth. So assume like there is a rock, big rock standing on the earth, and casually assume this rock is sleeping or wakes up once in 100 years. Is it possible? Like, just casually assume. This example is given just for understanding purpose. Understanding of what? Why you are born on the earth. So what this rock does, like every 100 years it wakes up, like 100 years it sleep and 100 years it wake up and it sees the world. The whole world it will observe. Assume like this rock sorry, 100 years ago this rock woke up from sleep, and at that time it has seen the surroundings, it has seen the world, it has seen everything in the world, and before that 200 years ago it woken up. Okay, so it can see the change between last 200 years and 100 years. Okay, or to keep it simple, 100 years ago this rock has woken up from the sleep. Okay, now it has woken up from the sleep again. Now means somewhere in 2020, recently it has woken up. So what it sees, hey, I see a lot of changes in the world. What are the changes? People talking over phone, it was not there in the past. People moving in vehicles, it was not there in the past. People having humans, like humans came up with some satellites or different technologies, those are developed. It may be any industry, right, from food industry, leather industry, communication industry, chemical, anything, chemical industry, anything, right? So 100 years ago it was not much. Okay, so what this rock says, 100 years ago I woke up, 200 years ago I woke up, 300 years ago I woke up, and same like 100,000 years ago I woke up. So this process, this is doing, okay, and 1 million years ago I woke up. So every time it wakes up from the sleep, it observes the world and give a score to it, and that score is the world score. Maybe this time when it has woken up, it is giving the score, or 100 years ago when it has woken up, it is giving the score, it has given the score maybe 92, like minus 100 years from now. Just for understanding purpose, if we have this quantitative figures, it's easy to understand. So that's why I'm coming up with some numbers. Okay, so 100 years ago it has given the world score as 92. What does it mean? It means the progress that it has seen from the first time it has woken up. When it has woken up for the first time, we don't know. Maybe millions, billions years ago, I don't know. Okay, so now when it has woken up, it has seen everything, the development, the progress that was made on the earth, and it gives a score. Somewhere in 2020, maybe some score 96 it has given. How? Because of the progress that is made in last 100 years, it has seen the progress and calculated the points. The points is plus 4. And 200 years ago, it may be 80, 92 and maybe 89, something like that. Okay, so you understand how the earth or the world is to look like if I say the world score as 5. You understand if I say the world score as 25, right? Yeah. So this is the world score. Like world score, the current world score is around 96, is 96, given by the rock which is available on the earth. So who is making this progress? Or who is making this progress right from the birth of the earth? If there is some progress seen on the earth, or if there is some progress seen on the world, who is making it? Yes, that's the answer. It's humans. So why humans are born? To make the progress on the earth. How the progress is made? By building new products, new process, anything new, innovate, changes. Hey, I stay at home and take care of my family and I'm not involved in creation of product. You are indirectly involved. Anyone who is burning their efforts and directly or indirectly involved in development of the product will lead to the increase in the world score. And who is doing it? Yes, humans. If I put the same humans in some other planet, whether that planet world score will rise? No. Right? Why? Because there are some inputs, those are required. What are the inputs? I need sunlight. I need gravitation force, wind energy, water, plants, animals, X, Y, Z. God energy also. So what human is doing on the earth, or who is human? Who is human? You can answer this one as well. Assume there is a sun over here. Mercury, Venus, or different planets are there. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Okay. When the sunlight reaches Mercury, and if the sunlight is passing through the Mercury, what we can see? It's the same sunlight, right? When it hits the Venus and from there it passes, again it's the same sunlight. When the sunlight hits Earth and when it passes from the Earth, what we can see? Is it the same sunlight? Yeah, actually it's same sunlight, but I want a different answer from you because I'm asking the question to the humans. Okay, being humans, you should say that the sunlight is hitting the earth, after which we are getting the products here, like we are getting the products, we are generating the products. How we are generating the products? We are consuming the input. And not only the sunlight, everything we are consuming and we are processing it. Once the sun rays hit here and passes from the earth, we start seeing the products. We start seeing the output. We start seeing the progress. Right? Actually, these are very core basics. I'm covering it now. Let's come to everything. Won't be cakewalk, right? Everything is not given, or everything is taken as granted. You go to a bank and you take some loan. Maybe a person goes to bank and take $100,000 loan, and after given duration goes back to the bank, and he says that hey, I can give pay only $80,000, and remaining amount I won't be able to pay. What the bank is going to say? Hey, good, I take it for granted, you can leave now. No, right? What will happen if the bank says that? There will be a cripple effect, right? Accepted. In the same way, humans are not available in other planets. Humans are created on the earth. And why humans are created? You know that. Why you are born? You know that. And what you consume or what we consume, you know that. And why we consume, you know that. Everything is coming for free and we can take it for granted. It's not easy to create the earth, like it's creating the world, creating the earth. Yeah, so let me again put the same points in quantitative figures. Then I'll ask the question. Or let me ask the question, because I already covered some points. You can think in the meantime. Why pandemics will be created in the world naturally or whatever it is, uncontrollable pandemics. Pandemic, it may be a big war or big things. Why it happens? Uncontrollable things, why it happens? Okay, you think because I gave the core substance to you, so you should start thinking on those. Okay, anyhow, I'm going to cover it. So okay, this is input, this is output. Who are the processors on the Mother Earth? Humans, right? So humans are called mediators. Who are the humans? Humans are the mediators, processors. Okay, what are the inputs? You know that. You know very well, like sunlight, moonlight, air, soil, water, God energy, multiple things. And one of the key thing is knowledge. What is this knowledge? When you are born, you don't know anything, right? you are fresh, a fresh copy came to the world, but you learn and from there you take it up, again process it, deliver to the next generation and leave the world. So what is that 100 years lifespan of human? Yeah, somewhere 100 years, whatever it is. What is that? Like, first, from the time you are born, the first few years, maybe 20, 25, 30, it's learning curve, learning period. You get the knowledge. So when you're getting the knowledge, that falls into the input category. That falls to the input category. You are getting the knowledge. You don't have that. You are getting the knowledge from seniors. Why you are taking that knowledge as input? Because how this knowledge is constructed, because they also use this input, right? So that's why this knowledge base itself goes to the input. When someone is going to learn, hey, what is this input, what output, what humans? Bear with me and yeah, you'll get everything. Yeah, so yeah, like knowledge, like there are other, I'm not genius who can cover complete list here, and it doesn't make sense also to spend time on this. Okay, so we got some high level idea what is the input and who are the processor, who are the consumers. These people are the consumers, and for this input, for these many processors, what is this many? If you take somewhere in 2020, 8 billion population, 8 billion humans, like if you get the count. I'm seeing as an alien, like I'm seeing from somewhere else. I'm not from Earth. Just assume I'm not from Earth. I'm seeing somewhere, I'm an alien. I'm coming to the Earth. So what I look at, hey, what is the input? If I get into quantitative count, just for understanding, this clears the air actually. Just giving some quantitative figure for all the input, maybe 3, 2, 8, 9. This is a quantitative count. 3, 2, 8, 9 is a quantitative count for all the inputs. Some quantitative figure we are going to come with some formula and assume the count is 3, 2, 8, 9. And the alien or someone outside of the Earth, they say, okay, 2021, 2020, oh, 8 billion, okay. So this quantitative, this input is consumed by these people, isn't it? This input is consumed by these people. So same thing, like a person goes to the bank and asks for the loan. Bank gives $100,000 and says, hey, this is the duration, you have to return it. Okay, so in the same way, this is the input. Who are the consumers? This one. So what is the expected output? What is the expected output? What is the progress that I am going to see or I'm supposed to see in 100 years? Again, 100 years is a quantitative figure, just for understanding purpose I'm using it. Okay, so what is the progress, expected progress that I'm going to see or I'm supposed to see, I'm expected to see in 100 years? For some figure will come up. So someone, a fair alien like who measures this, who knows this, and expected is this. Okay, and this is a routine process. It's not like a new thing that's happening only in 2020. It happens every 100 years, right from the birth of the earth, okay, until the closure. Okay, the expected is this: if the actual is equal to this or more than this, what you say, if you go to the bank and say, hey, you gave me $100,000, I'm supposed to give this much amount for this duration, and I'm giving more than what I'm supposed to give, then what bank manager says, yeah, it's your wish. If you're ready to give, it's up to you, right? Whereas if you say that I'm going to give less amount, then there will be a cripple effect, right? No one is going to accept. Even if bank is going to accept it, it is going to be a cripple effect. It is going to mess up. So expected actually is, in case actually is 4545 something. What happens? You may initially say, hey, for this input, because these are the processors, let's not use the word we, okay, these are the processors and this is the expected. Because the actual has come down, remove some inputs so that the actual, we are going to meet the actual and expected is going to meet. Is it possible? Is it possible to remove any of this? These are already consumed thing, and based on the consumption only this figure has come up. When this figure has come up, it should be equal to this or more than this. In order to meet this, what the bank person does? He auctions the security that was put in the bank while availing the loan, while taking the money. Banks auctions, that is a process, that is a natural process across the globe. Is there any other option? No. That is a natural process. Same way, the natural process will be triggered on the earth. So that's where the impact will be found on the processors. What is the cause? Because the scores have gone down. Because the expected output, the expected progress did not happen. Why it did not happen? If you ask, if the alien or the third person, the third party who is doing or who is observing everything, or who is coming up with the calculation, if they ask, hey, why there is reduction here, these humans may say, yeah, everyone, it's kind of as usual, we were working hard and it's as usual, like everything was going well and we don't know why it has come down. So if we ask, the actual ask of the humans on the earth, in the world, is the productive efforts, like putting their efforts for when productive outcome, the efforts should be spent for an productive outcome. First of all, the efforts should be spent. Very first thing. If the efforts are not spent, or efforts are not spent means if human is not actually working in the sense efforts are not spent, it may be anything, okay. First thing is efforts should be spent, like they need to burn their efforts at least 8 hours, or it's usual, that, right? Anything, any effort should be spent. Next, the efforts are productive. If it is destructive, then what happens? If the rock sees and what happens? It will go mad, right? Hey, what you people have done, right? You are in sync with me, right? Actually, that's what I want. Get these basics, okay? So effective, like spending the efforts in an effective manner, possible effective manner. There is no force, possible effective manner, and everything will be fair in the calculation, and we shouldn't miss, actually. We shouldn't, it shouldn't go down. Well, when this goes down, some third-party substance enter your body. What happens? Your body experiences fever. How? It's naturally. That's how the body is built, right? Same way, when the scores are going down or goes down, a big change comes on the earth. Transformation. Okay, let me give some real-time experience example. The transformation is not definitely a new word. Okay, for that, let me give some real-time examples. You know very well what do you mean by world score. You know it now. So what was the world score before World War II, and what's the world score maybe 20-30 years after World War II? So like this, try to evaluate on your own when some big changes happen on the earth, oh no, sorry, in the world, not on the earth, in the world. Kind of big pandemics came into the world. Before it came, get the world score, and after it passed away, like after, from there maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years after that, try to get the world score. There will be a spike. Okay, let me give 1500 BC or 1000 BC sometime, like something happened where God himself came to the world. Okay, so this is a real-time example. Again, this is again a real-time example which I'm going to take as an example and explain. Okay, so what happened maybe somewhere in 1500 BC or 1000 BC, I don't know, somewhere 1000 BC, 2000 BC, sometime, like God himself came in the form of human on the earth. Okay, so yes, how it happened, I don't know, but why it happened, I'll explain. So the words told by the God, or the words told by the human once he's on the earth, he says that he can see nothing is going as expected, nothing is progressing, and it's same thing like in our terminology, the world score is actually falling, the product value is actually falling. If the product value falls, then the world score will automatically fall. People are not striving, not showing that to step up, to work, to take the challenge, accept the challenge, go for it, work, put their efforts. Yeah, the better word is put their efforts. People are not putting their efforts for productive outcome. So at that time, he reached out to all the kings, he conveyed, he pleased them in all different manner, but kings were still sticking to their old rules. They are not changing, they are not accepting the future. At that time, a drastic step was taken by the human to implement something. The implementation is few thousands of kings have died, and there is no single king alive in the big region. There was a baby who was about to be born, and once that baby is born, once that who is male, okay, once that baby is to be born, he will be declared as king in coming years. Okay, even that baby was killed in the mother womb as part of the best possible implementation steps. This is what happened. So the God who is in the human form went to the woman, gave rebirth. See the logic here, see the logic, see the implementation steps. Gave rebirth to the baby who is in the mother womb by doing some magic, or through some magic, or through because he's God, right? So by adding something extra which was not there in the existing kings. See the implementation steps, understand the logic. Actually, why I'm telling, understand the logic. So rebirth was given by adding something, maybe adding kind of a plug-in to the existing and giving birth. So that king comes to the earth and he grows up and he becomes very wise king. He takes very good decisions. So those steps followed by the king that spread across, and even the current generations, we consider them as our ancestors. We that blood flow throughs. Okay, and second point, like the God himself. Okay, because when the kings were killed, it's not just the kings, millions of soldiers were also killed, millions of population also went down. So yeah, at that time, like during that time, this God who is in the form of human had relation with multiple women, and few millions of new birth happened. Okay, it's complete a drastic change came in, okay, somewhere that period. So what change was done that no one knows, okay, like what change or what how the new king or the new humans who are born are different from the previous the then previous generation. We also don't know, but yeah, from that generation it's flowing through. Okay, so that's also a very big transformation. How it is triggered, as you know, like when the world score is going down, automatically it will be triggered through some sense, okay, through some means. It was, don't get worry when I say transformation, what we are going to see now, because I'm going to explain that in the next couple of minutes. Because the pain was taken then by our ancestors, now we are seeing a smoother period, okay, where we can explain in a very plain vanilla text, and it should not take more than 3 days to implement across the globe, the transformation. But again, it's up to you humans whether you want to implement, how fast you have to implement. But ideally should have done this, and ideally someone should have told you, but not sure. Yeah, however hard your countrymen, country leaders, okay, struggle to bring the progress, there will be lots and lots of hiccups that will come up when the transformation is not implemented. To be more clear, when the time has come for the transformation, and if it is not implemented, then lot of hiccups or lot of struggle will be faced by the leaders in bringing up or in allowing to bring up the progress in the world, which will eventually increase the, which will eventually factor the world score. Tough statement. England ruled different continents. It's mentioned like it's kind of again a big transformation that happened. So today we have international language. English is considered as international language for better communication. Okay, so there is a means of communication. Okay, so the message can be spread out across the globe. Okay, so what happens, that will help us to be more productive, right? Hey, you may ask a very simple question. Hey, I'm a bit worried about transformation. That's going to be a big change. How to avoid transformation? I'm ready to do whatever it is possible, but tell me what I have to do. That's what actually any human will tell, because transformation itself is a big change, and it's a big change, a big healthy change. Okay, so it's already there actually. It's something like whenever some change comes, it needs to be accepted as soon as possible. Okay, so it's already there in all the countries. There is a mechanism. There is a mechanism that's available in each and every country. It's already there. It's nothing new. But are you following it perfectly? Are you using that team perfectly, wisely? Or are you applying some human intelligence against it? Okay, I gave hint. Tell me the team that's available in each and every country that maintains the product value. What happens? If the product value is not maintained? I'll give very core basic again, very core basic. Good that you got a chance to know it. Okay, so the core basic is the creator, the God created everything, billions of plants, animals, n number of things. And when we see an animal, maybe a cow, can eat any green leaves, grass and digest, whereas humans who cannot eat and digest the grass or green leaves. Why humans cannot digest? Why God did not create humans in such a way that where humans can digest the grass, the green leaves? How we would look like? I'm just asking, just for you, just to know, just to make you think how we would look today. It won't happen. It's not technically, it's not technically it's not possible. Okay, I'm just asking you how we would look if it really happens, if humans start eating grass and any green leaves, and if they can survive, how we would look today. We would look like early mans. Why? Because if there is some restriction, if there are some controls in place, then only humans will stand up and try to overcome the restriction, try to overcome the control, try to overcome the challenge. So the challenges are everywhere. Who created the challenge again? God. There are two types of followers in the world. One who believes in God, one who doesn't believe in the God. Both are the followers of God Shiva as per the Hindu terminology. Should I tell how religions, humans don't know the religions, so I'll try to cover quickly what religion is. Okay. Early man. Okay. So coming, there are lots of topics. It's just okay. So what are these controls? What are these restrictions? Who are maintaining these controls and restrictions in your country? Who is doing that job? Who is supposed to do that job? In each country, each and every country, there is a team sitting, a dedicated team who decides, who will manage the product value. Why they want to manage it? Then only human will strive to work. They stand, they raise, they think. The efforts are being put. So this team job is to maintain the product value. Humans should start running. and they do come up with some figures to maintain the product value. If any country, if this team is doing its job perfectly, then we should be good. Ideally, we should be good. If your government steps in over here, tweak the values by force, it will impact the world score. And you know what happens if the world score is impacted? These people should work independently, should be a great subject matter experts. They should stick to their rules and come up with the figures. Although it's once in quarter, they shouldn't give the surprise. Even after this, like even after having the monetary policy, even after having this monetary, let me note down something here. Okay, even after having this monetary policy, still the time comes when the transformation is required. The transformation itself is a big change. Okay, but the impact on the progress or the world score won't be much if the right steps are being taken by the monetary policy and rightly if it is followed. Okay, but it's something like you have a juicy mango, yellow juicy mango. You consume the juice, complete juice. The color of the yellow mango or the seed, initially it will be yellow and it will become very light yellow and even more light yellow, and it will become whitish, right? So what you will do after that, it's over. You throw it and take a new one. So that's the transformation. So the change will happen, the transformation will pitch in. All you have to do is always look out. Where is a transformation? If you find it, grab it, drag it, implement it. I'm using the words grab, drag, and implement. That is the gold. Yeah. Okay, this one I'll explain quickly, because you people don't know what religion is. Okay, I'll make you answer. Assume we are 5000 BC and 4000, 3000, 2000 something. Okay, now somewhere we are here. Okay, so you know the progress graph or the world score, let me call as world score or progress graph. Yeah, if you look at this graph, the expectation will be, you know, like what is the expectation? Somewhere in 5000 BC I'm talking about, and again this is all for understanding purpose to make you answer something. Here you can see some up curve, but it's very less. Very less means it is not much. Okay, it is not much, and somewhere here something happened and a spike was observed. and again the curve, it's good. When you compare this curve and this curve, the tilt is bit high, the progress is bit high, and again somewhere here something happened, and again a spike was observed, and again if you look at the progress is good, and again here something happened, again spike was observed, and again the progress, it's good. Okay, like that you can put some points. Okay, what are these points? What happened? You should answer this because you people follow. Okay, I said like what is religion, right? Religion is a framework, set of guidelines given which are defined in a given boundary, and following those guidelines improves the human's productivity, performance, and many things, which indirectly improves the world score. At least now you should get these figures. What was the world score here? When this came here, what is this? The first religion came onto the earth. The first religion came into the world. The first religion, when it came, how the world got changed. Was there a spike in the progress? If you go and get this data, definitely you'll feel, you'll get the spike. You'll come to know about the spike. Okay, so religions are formed and it was spread across the globe down the line. Which helped us. Helped whom? Everyone. I drawn one earth here, until here I drawn, right? Whole. It helped everyone to increase the score. All done. Let's go to transformation. Well, so we are 2021, this is being explained, okay, how the things are going to be, what kind of transformation we are going to see. We'll give some name to the transformation. Okay, so what is the name? We can give any name. Okay, why we are giving name? Just for communication purpose, better communication. Okay, what is a name that we can give? Maybe let's give something like mix of oceans. Like the name? Mix of oceans. So this has got two parts. One, governance transformation. Second part, group of companies. This transformation will be implemented across the globe, and I don't see any other option. Okay, So this will be implemented across the globe. How fast, it's up to you. It's overdue. To my knowledge, maybe 2018, 2019. Okay, so let's go one by one. Governance transformation. The world is divided into countries. Why? For better productivity, for better world score. Okay, so each country is having citizens, and each country is divided into states or counties, and each country is governed by a government. It may be a ruler, a monarch, a republic, anything like a democratic, anything, whatever way it is been governed. We have some established mechanism to administer the given piece of land. So the divided part is having the government, the divided part is having the citizens. Citizens mean who? Humans belonging to a divided land, or logically divided land. Okay, so the citizens we have in a given state or country, this can be implemented at state level or at country level or at both level. Okay, citizens we have, citizens means who? You. Citizens will make a phone call to a newly formed help desk. Who is creating this help desk? Your government is going to create this help desk. Initially, this will be controlled by government. In future, if this will be made independent, just like the monetary policy team, it will be more fruitful. In future, it's not, government won't accept to do it now. Okay, so citizens, help desk. So for anything and everything, the citizens of a given land can call to the help desk for anything and everything. You may get some headache, you can make a call. Hey, I'm getting some headache. Hey, I have some problem with my household matter. Call them. You see like there is some kind of a dispute with your neighbor or someone else. Call them. You see like someone is grabbing your property. Call them. You see like you can suggest something to the government saying that, hey, if you do in this way, that would be better. Like that is going to be good for our country or state. Okay, you call them for anything and everything. Okay, you may say I have problem like maybe any kind of repair is there. Call them. Anything and everything you can call these people. And these are created by the government. And what we have here, this help desk will assign an incident. In short form, we can say as IMO. A help desk will assign an incident, if applicable, to the incident management office. This incident management office is tied up with existing departments. What are the departments? Here we already have the departments. It may be revenue, healthcare, education, ministries, multiple ministries are already there. So these are already tied up with these departments. Okay, and if any incident should be assigned to a given department, then that will be assigned, and they are going to work on it and provide update. Okay, for all this process, we can use some tools, the existing tools which are already available in the market. Maybe ServiceNow is one of the popular tool, or you can build your own tool, whatever it is. Okay, so yeah, maybe it's up to you, up to the government, or to the people, up to the people. So these people are already integrated or having a link with the departments. Okay, so everything is automated, everything is process oriented. Okay, and maybe 1,000 people may call for the same problem. One ticket may be assigned, or all the incidents will be grouped up, and one master incident will be assigned to the department, and they are going to work, and they are going to update there. So they are going to pass it back to this office, they are going to review, they'll pass it to this office, they are going to review, and they'll pass it off to this people. So everything is process oriented, everything will flow parallelly. It's up to you how you want to update this, how you want to make it better. I'm saying, like, someone is getting some headache, and maybe help desk can connect to a healthcare department where some doctor is made available, some set of doctors may be available, and they can give some initial assessment post speaking with the patient. So how you want to implement this, it's up to you. Maybe you want to have a separate wing over here where you just directly contact for this kind of general things. It's up to you. Well, there might be a case where set of incidents are having a common problem. If there is a problem where the implementation or the root cause needs to be identified for the problem. Where the root cause should be identified for the problem, like there are some set of issues reported to the help desk, and it was observed like all the issues which are reported is having a common problem. Okay, so at that time a problem ticket will be assigned to the problem management office. PMO. So what is this PMO? They will handle the problem. Okay, what a problem is assigned, they are going to work on it. For example, something new thing came up, and something dispute matter that came up, and people don't have the solution yet. So someone is going to study the complete thing. So at that time a problem will be assigned to the problem management office. If these people are not able to handle, or it cannot be assigned to department office if there is no solution yet. So at that time a problem can be created to the problem management office. So what these people can do, like they can form the committees, like committee 1, committee 2, committee 3. Okay, we already have the problem management window in one of the tool, so where the problem can be created, and these people can assign the problem to these people, and these people can assign the tasks to multiple committees, like depending on the problem. If the problem is quite big, I want to go with the 5 committees, and you can put a SLA. I want the answer, I want the reply, I want your findings, I want your analysis within next 2 days, 3 days, 5 days. Depending on the severity of the problem, severity of the incident. It may be a critical, high, medium, low. Okay, so everything is documented, everything goes through that tool, everything is visible. Okay, and here, like, we can have your government officer, government leaders. Here we have the government. So what this, once the committee recommendation, the PMO office is going to consolidate all the points, and they're going to come up with the consolidated points or the suggestion or the next steps, then they can send it back to the government, who is going to review, and if they want some more points, then they can send it back, and to and fro can happen. And if they think that something need to be implemented, something need to be enhanced, some changes needs to be brought in, at that time they are going to approve. Okay, they are going to approve for the change. a change request will be created and it will be assigned to the something like here we can have the project manager pool. Here we have the pool of project managers. So a project will be created and assigned to one of the project manager who is available in the pool, and he can be assigned with multiple projects. Okay, so what he's not going to implement, right? He is going to work with the third party, some other company or some other party or whoever it is, and ensure the project is delivered within the given timeline based on the approved amount, based on the given schedule. Okay, so once that is done, he's going to mark that problem, he's going to update that problem with the completion data, and that can be reviewed again by these people or by these people, and that will be sent back to these people and again go back here saying that your issue or problem is addressed. So everything is happening automatically, everything happens automatically, and where government has to involve, they will do their job. Okay, and it's parallel processing. We are not going to stop anything. We are not waiting on, okay, I don't want to talk about the past. Okay, so everything is automated. A big spike we are going to observe post launch of this transformation. Okay, and if the transformation is launched, then this data will, this will add up to the input also. Just keep that in mind. Okay, the expectation will be there. Okay, forget about that input part. If you have to come up with the actual, if you have to meet that expected, whatever expected was written in the output section, if you have to meet that, then the transformation will be triggered, and the transformation is this for the future of this. And again somewhere after 100 years, 500 years, I don't know, some new thing will keep on coming. That's usual process. And what is that? We don't know. Oh, sorry, I want to get into basic again. I forgot one thing. So here we have Earth. Assume like here we have Mars, and human want to send an object from Earth to Mars. Okay, and human don't have the intelligence to know the direction in which the object should be released from the Earth orbit. So what human does is, why human doesn't have the intelligence? Because that's so complex, so big thing, right? Because Earth rotates on its own, Mars rotates on its own, and each planet revolves around the sun, right? So it's quite a complex thing. So based on the assumption, the object will be released from the Earth, and after 15-20 days again a study will be made to understand the position of the object and position of the Mars, and the correction will happen to this particular object direction. It will be tilted, it will be corrected, the direction will be tilted, corrected after 10-15-20 days. So what is the correction that happens? We don't know now when the object is released. After 15-20 days we can say that. Same way after 20-30 days again, when it reaches here, again the correction will happen. Okay, because we don't know after moving. So same way, this is a current thing that I'm talking about. In future, I don't know, we don't know what angle, what change we are going to get. You are able to link it up? Okay. Assume like okay, someone is saying that, hey, I don't want to change. I know that direction should be changed. I'm not going to touch. What happens? It is going to in wrong direction, and after 30-40 days, if they wake up again and see that object reached here, ideally they should have tilted here maybe 5 degrees, and now they have to change by maybe 40 degree. What does it mean? So when you know the change should happen, do it immediately. The change will be small. Group of companies. Well, okay, so don't do any changes in the steps that I'm going to explain here. Stick to those steps at least for 2 to 3 years, okay? Because generally government will try to put in their hand. If they put in their hand, it may mess up, okay? So strictly follow, if this is done somewhere here, strictly follow what is being said at least during the setup process, okay? So okay, so recruit a retired Supreme Court judge, 2 retired Supreme Court judge, and give them a task, and any task given to a retired Supreme Court judge specific to this group of companies should be handled only once in their lifetime, okay? Okay, so give some profiles of established or experienced chief executive officers who already ran multiple companies in the past and having vast experience in building the companies, who are very dynamic, and recruit that person and give offer to run the group of companies, okay? So once this guy is selected, this guy's job is to create a wing A, wing B, wing C. Wing A is having a head again. He is going to recruit a person here. He is going to recruit a person for group B, recruit a person for group C. Group A will have all the list of companies. This is group of companies, list of companies which are either profit or loss making companies. And group B will have all the profit making companies, only profit making companies. And group C will have list of loss making companies, okay? And same way the security and audit will also be heads recruited by the Supreme Court judge by going through the by evaluating post evaluation, okay? And once these people are going to leave the office due to given reason, then these people are going to recruit, or these people are going to select the replacement officer over here, okay? Same thing applies here. Once this guy is leaving, this guy is going to select the replacement officer. This guy is going to select the replacement officer. And any rule specific to this running this company will be written by the owner to write anything and everything. And there is no boss for this guy. He will work independently. same way how the security should be handled will be written by these people. Although the requirement of the security specific to these companies will be requested by this company by providing the required charges over here. So these people are going to pay for the services provided by these people. So these people are going to audit everything on like security, head, this all the group of companies. It may be here, everything will be audited by these people. Okay, so there will be a weekly meeting happening where the status, any findings, everything will be revealed out in the weekly meeting. Okay, so where we have the audit team, security team, and GOC team. Okay, these people can tell the status about the employees, revenue, profit, loss, plans, anything. Each and every status can be updated by these people. These people can tell the services they provided, and any information they can, it's up to them. And audit people are going to reveal out the conducted audit and anything they want to convey. They will be sharing those information. Okay, any observation, non-compliance, anything. Okay, so this meeting will be attended by 50 people who are subject matter experts. Okay, in a given area, anyone who is educated and subject matter expert, they will sit over here, and 50 people general public. Even if government want to come to this meeting, then they'll be part of these members. And even if general public want to ask a question to these people during the question hour, they can post in some public medium, and these people can go through and raise it accordingly. It's up to them. And this this meeting will be conducted or organized by these people. And any money or service provided, service charges will be paid or will come from here only. These people are going to get the service charges from here only. Yeah, so these people, it's time bound meeting. These people can share the status, question, like whatever it is, they'll be sharing as required. And during question hour, again, it's a time bound where anything can be asked to these people, like if any wrongdoing is happening, or any suggestion can be given, any comments can be placed, anything can be raised during the meeting. And if there is a case where it was found like one of the head, either this guy or this guy have done something wrong, and it came up through during this meeting, then the government is having a right. Government is having a right to write a letter to the one of the retired Supreme Court judge who were not involved in this process yet, to look into the matter, to study any wrongdoing happened, any happening of any wrongdoing. Okay, if it happened, then it's up to the Supreme Court, retired Supreme Court judge, to take the decision what needs to be done. Okay, and apart from that, government is nowhere involved in anything else. It's only during the setup process they are going to load the money here. Some huge amount will be given here to Group A, and this amount should be returned back to the government, which is interest free, within first 11 years. And why we want to return back? Because we want to place the restriction, control, then only these people will run, innovate. So this part is done. So these people can form any company based on the demand supply. By studying the demand supply, they can form anything, they can innovate, they can purchase a newly purchase an innovative idea, they can form the company, anything they can do, and they even can list in the stock market. It's up to them, however they want to run, it's up to them. Okay, so now here, profit making companies, what government does here is, government can ask this group, this wing, to start a company to sell, make business out of the country or state or given land assets. Like there might be some river flowing, a government think that, hey, I can make money from this public property. Like they can divert some water and come up with mineral water concept. I'm just giving very simple example. Mineral water bottle concept. They can sell it. So they can make money out of it. Okay. So any assets, those are available in the given land, which are of the public, which are the public assets. Okay. So any can be sold through one of the company formed in the group of companies which falls under group B. So it's always a profit making company. Okay. So initially government may load some minimum amount here just for running this, okay, for maintenance, and this company, once it is formed, it will create profits because it is the state or country's properties, right? Okay. So these people will sell and make money, and government is having every right to withdraw the money by leaving the minimum amount. And group C is loss making companies. Loss making companies means if government want to stabilize a given group of people, like for example in a country or in a state, weavers who are still, I'm just taking example, weavers, there are a group of weavers who are still following the old methodology in order to weave the clothes, and they are not making, their life is in stress. Okay. So maybe for those people, if government think that, okay, let's give a project to them, let's recruit all these farmers and make as employee of the given company and give them work, so they can come up with the clothes, and this handmade clothes can be sold, although it may be less profit, it may be with loss, but I am ready to bear that loss in order to stabilize the thing, stabilize the group of people, stabilize the state. Okay. Okay. So such kind of companies which are loss, although it's a loss making company, but government want to run by this group of companies. Okay. And they can form a company here again. Okay. Company here for that group of people, and they can load the money. It's again a huge amount depending on the companies. Okay. They can load the money here. That money will be used, and the products will be sold or business will be made out of it. And yes, it may be a loss, but that loss government will be ready to bear, because government job is to take care, right? To take care, administer, and to provide the required support. So how we are doing that? The required support we are doing through a process oriented way. How we are doing? A process oriented way. Okay. Everything is tightly coupled here. Okay. You may get doubt, these people can cheat, right? If these people are cheating, this guy's job is to fix that, right? If something is not fixed, then obviously this will be reported. Ideally it will come up either in this meeting, or these people's job is to identify that gap, anything, and so even these people are not able to catch these people, it may come to these people notice. So everything is tightly coupled here. Why we are doing this? Because this helps to improve the outcome, improve the progress through a process oriented way. And how long we are going to, this is going to help us? 100 years, 150 years, 200, I don't know, we don't know. As I was saying, right, the object, when it's released from the earth and it is reaching the Mars, after 15-20 days only we can tell, okay, whether we changed it the correct direction or not. After 30-20 days, again a study will be made and the required correction has to be done. If it has to be, if it is really going in the right direction, then no need to touch it. I'll quickly tell one point which can be used in the developing countries, developing and developed countries. I don't know about the developed countries. A company can be formed of the farmers. Okay. Okay, farmers, all farmers will be members or the employees of the given company. Okay, so what happens, okay, before that, let's assume like how actually happens in the current world. Okay, it's something like in a village there are 99 farmers, who go with maybe I'll take example, rice, wheat variety 1. Okay, and one farmer in the village will go with wheat variety 2. Okay, what happens when post harvest, when it is a selling time, the price of the wheat, okay, just limit to this one for understanding purpose only I'm telling this. Okay, so the price of this wheat variety 1 will be low because the supply is high, whereas the price of the wheat variety 2 will be high because the supply is low. Okay, in a closed loop, in a given area, in a given village, farmers or no one will have knowledge what we have to cultivate, because no study was done on the demand supply. What is the demand? What is the supply? Okay, you see, if I have to continue here, in the next season, because this wheat 1 fetched low price and wheat variety 2 fetched high price, this 99 farmers will go for wheat 2 in the next season, and this farmer will stick to wheat 2. The reason is it fetched more price to him. What happens now? The wheat 2 price will fall in that season. Why? Because demand supply. A company in the group C can be formed who does the runtime study. What happens is the company person will come to the given area, maybe called mandal in the sense, mandal is the headquarters for multiple villages. You can go and sit in one of the government office and place a board here. Okay, so you can say like crop 1 variety 1, maybe 1500 to 1800 per quintal of the given currency. Okay, I'm just taking some example like crop 1 variety 1 variety 2, 1850 to 2000 rupees, 2000. Okay, of the given currency. Okay, like that, maybe 4 or 5 or 6 crops by studying the given land. You can come up with this. And if a farmer approach the office and he looks at the board, hey, I'm going to select crop 1 variety 2, then in the system, by updating his national ID, under his national ID, is going to update the selected crop and the acres of land, and this data will be updated in the system, in the online system. So this online system is keep on updated with this kind of data across the country, across the state. So the value of the crop will be tweaked, changed as the days progress by studying the demand supply across the state, across the country, across the globe. and also the future thing, maybe any cyclone is expected or whatever it is. Multiple factors will be studied by the process oriented company and come up with these prices, and how it can happen, how the group of people, the farmers who are the main population of the given state, if looking at the developing or developed countries. Okay, so what happens, like government can say, hey, we collected or we have money and we are ready to dedicate this much loss, we are ready to bear this much loss. All they do is only one thing: amount given by government. Okay, they say, yeah, we are ready to bear this much loss. They are going to put in the group C wing for the farmer category, you spend this amount. So what this company does, once this farmer, they are going to give the prices accordingly. Last season, if it was 1200 rupees, now they increased to 1500 rupees per quintal, 15 to 1800 rupees. Last season, this may be 1600, now they increased to 1850 to 2000. The purchasing price, how the amount put by the government in the group C wing under farmer company. So that amount they know, company know, and company also know for how much price the purchased product from the farmer can be sold in the market, either by the company or maybe the other the general public. So they are going to fix these prices. Okay, so these prices will be fixed, and in that price, once during the harvest, based on the quality, it can be decided. Okay, and based on the demand supply also, if there is some correction can be happened, then they can come up with the final price also. For this variety 1, the final price is this, maybe 1500 to 1800, maybe it's too much, maybe 1500 to 1700, like let's not have too much, and maybe it can be decided the final price is 1600, 1610, 1620, whatever it is, or 1590, whatever it is, it will be between this. Okay, so some rough idea is thrown here, like it's up to you, you can have very good ideas actually. Okay, thank you. It was a long session, and to cover the actual topic, good amount of basics were given. Yeah, thank you.